All right, so looks like I'm live now, you guys. So sorry about the. I think because I did a live interview with our star sister last week. It was stuck on some old stream key. I'll figure it out so it doesn't happen again, especially on Tom's interview. Looks like we're good to go, and it's streaming live. So thank you guys. Welcome to this live broadcast. Thank you for your patience. But here we are, and coming together in this sacred space. If someone in chat could mention that they see everything okay. Can you guys see everything okay? Yeah, it looks like it. Mario in the house. Thank you. You're on. Okay. Thank you, Sandra, for that confirmation. That's stressful sometimes when I push everything to go on all the platforms and then it doesn't start. This is always a sacred space, you guys, and every time I start, I do my connections, do my protection, my shielding, connect to Holy Elohai, the blue flame, and so always have this, you would say, ceremony before I even start. And plus we're doing cleansing of the light body and the space, so we'll do that right now. Light my incense. Okay. And put some frankincense, some copal. So we got some white copal. Starseeds. Let me lay this down because it always doesn't work out when I start talking before. So just give me 1 second here. Benzoin. Gold copal. Get a chunk of that on here. Can't forget some frankincense, of course. I'm at the very end of this bag. Pound of incense, pound of frankincense. Let's put some amber down. All right, that'll do her. That's always important when you start working with such frequencies in a group, especially. Smother yourself, sage yourself. Put that intention, cleansing, purify my light body. You do it with your focus, and you do it with your intention, and you do it with co-create with those other healing energies in the world. This is coming from a space of omni-Christos love, coming from a space, unity consciousness and Christ consciousness. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. Appreciate you. God sovereign free. I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. Machiwa. Talking about those star beings from outer space, from other galaxies, other universes of the multiverse, other dimensions. Some of you are star seeds. Come to planet Earth, incarnate through the fetal integration process, right there into your mother's womb. About 33 days. You go in there, chikasmasu, your mother births you, you become a little baby, a toddler, a teenager, an adult. Welcome, hybrid alien. You're not from this world. You came from another world to the Earth system. And you first have to awaken yourself, remember who you are, most likely circumstances or some type of experiences, which is being guided by your own soul matrix. Your soul is guiding your mission. You are your soul. The soul is you. It's not another family of consciousness. It's one and the same. just a multidimensional identity. So it is your soul guiding this awakening. Here you are in this ascension process, activation process, ascension symptoms. They're not all comfortable, but you're here for a reason, Starseed. And think of that word right there, seed, from the stars, DNA. That's what seed is. DNA from other worlds, other races of beings have come here. And the Guardians talk about these 5 starseed races. Urantrian starseeds, Brenoa starseeds, Hibaru starseeds, Melchizedek starseeds, and Uniseti starseeds. It is from these 5 starseeds who have assisted in these historic angelic human hybridization project on planet Earth. It goes, you would say, throughout a long period of time. We're talking millions of years. Notice it's not evolutions from apes or pond scum or the Big Bang. Okay, this is a genetic modification. That's how evolution works. You don't become a fish to a crawling on land type of creature and an upright creature. That's nonsense. That's ridiculous. That doesn't exist. That's not how it happened to the human race. We were seeded from guardian races, which is us, from higher dimensions. Our identities in higher dimensions seeded ourselves into this lower dimension. It is a hybridization, a healing project, a healing towards our angelic human potential. And that's not just some fancy or silly new age word. This is actual who we are. Up there, we are angelic. Down here, not so much. Where we have many distortions on the earth level 3D system. But we're trying to reclaim that angelic self. And it's a process of remembering, a process of activating our DNA, which is dormant. All humans have some portion of dormant DNA. It's there, it's yours, in the present, in the future. It was, we're trying to reclaim that potential. It's right here, baby. Sitting there waiting for you. Starseed, angelic human, indigo child. So we're awakening that dormant DNA by going on a spiritual journey and finding out who we are. Who am I? Find out. Go on a journey of awakening, of experimenting with consciousness and energies. Learn about your aura, what the Guardians call particle fields, auric field. Okay? These are layers of yourself being projected by your Templar. That pranic tube all the way down the center of your body, all the way down, goes down, 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 below your feet, into the earth system, all the way to the center of the earth. Yes, earth is a sphere, a globe, not some flat earth nonsense, psyop, trying to dismiss your light body, trying to dismiss the earth. No, transmute that. You go to the center of the earth. All these chakras are aligned with the earth, and higher, greater, you would say, expanded. We have the personal logos, the planetary logos, which itself is super consciousness. You connect to the earth, you're connecting to super consciousness. Okay, you connect to the galactic, you would say, this word logos, galactic logos, universal logos, cosmic logos, homies. You're not limited to a earth existence, a human experience. You're much, much, much greater than that. And that's what tonight's video about. Welcome to this channel, Christos Avatar TV. We come here 2 times a week, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Glad to have you. Newcomers and regulars, thank you so much for being with us. Much love and respect to all of your journey, wherever you're at. Just know that you're equal with all beings. No matter how much of a mess up you think you are, maybe some of you have taken on the identity as a sinner, but realize that all beings, all life, not just human life, animal life, plant life, alien life, it's all part of God, the one, the creator. You're not lesser. You've been programmed that you are. You've been programmed that there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with the human race. It's all intentional manipulation by malevolent forces. You call them aliens, extraterrestrials, fallen angels. A phantom presence, a phantom vampirism, taking, working in the secrecy, working in the shadows. So you go on a journey and learn discernment, and you can see all of the illusions and the tricks in the world. It doesn't happen overnight. It's a journey. So start your journey. Have you started your journey? Write it in the comments. Chiwas. So let me say hello to the family. Leo Murray in the house. What's up, brother? Yeah. Giannis 111. OMG, look at that. 4 in a row. Annual Starseed members. A year plus to Giannis, Leo, Stefan, Oswald, and Helena. Thank you, Holy Ones. Thank you, Starseeds, for supporting my work and the Guardian consciousness. Thank you so much for attending as many lives as you guys have throughout the years. So much love, you guys. Thank you for being here, all of you. Machiwa to all Ninja Star Warriors of Light, says Helena. Machiwa Bro Star, can't wait. Woohoo! I already feel the excitement. Sandra, thank you also for being a member. How am I? I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing, sister? Write it in the comments. Good to see you. And we're coming together. We're greater in numbers. We're powerful in our own rights. But when we come together, ain't no one messing with that, baby. What's up? You know, who are they trying to fool? Because you're going to get trolls sometimes on this channel, in chat. Who are they trying to convince amongst a crowd of awakening people? We've already been through all those injuries, insults, attacks, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual attacks. Okay? We got some scars, we got some bruises. We're still standing in our conviction in the Christos, inner God spark, direct vertical connection to source God. You ain't taking that from us. What's up? Machiwa. Gangsters in Christ, and I don't mean the distortion in the Bible and religion, the Christos 12th dimensional identity, 12D. We're in 3D, and you have a 3D consciousness, but you can bring in the 4th astral consciousness, the 5th archetype, celestial, all the way up, baby. 12 levels, 12 of identities. And that's in your dormant DNA, and we're learning through the Emerald Order teachings. As originally translated by Speaker Ashiana Dean, Speaker 1, and Emerald Covenant for Life. We're connecting to those teachings, not from New Age teachings. This is not New Age. It's actually the most advanced spiritual awakening ascension technologies on planet Earth. Actually, within the multiverse. It's coming from the highest levels of the multiverse, what the Guardians call the hologram of matter. All of the densities, all of the dimensions, all of that is a hologram field, a unified field of God Creator's consciousness at different frequency vibrations. You could say 15 channels of God. We're in the third channel, the third frequency. They're called frequency bandwidths. Here's one. Here's a higher one faster. A higher one above that faster. Each one is a faster. It's a different angular rotation of particle spin, like a different angle, and different speed rates. This is how you can have all these realities in the same space. They're not hitting each other because they're at different angles and different frequencies. You know, you turn your AM, FM radio, you're changing frequencies. And at the greater spectrum, you're changing dimensional frequencies. That's how a UFO works. That's how our Merkaba field works. And so you got two pyramids rotating, one upside down, one right side up, and they're star tetrahedron, baby. We're learning that science. That's our gateway to spiritual awakening, our Templar. Okay? We're within Earth's Templar, okay, as a collective, as a human race, and we have our personal Templar. And we're learning how to heal in this conflict, drama, human drama. It's ancient drama. We've been in war since for 600 and we were created 650 million. No, 600 and oh my gosh. 500. That's why it was throwing me off. 560 million years ago we were created. We started having problems at 650 million years ago. I've corrected myself. So we've been at war for 650 million years. We're still in it. And that's universal timescales, not a human life time scale. What's that? Not even an Earth time scale. That's only 26,556 years. But a galactic universal time scales. That's why the numbers are big. We were created 560 million years ago in a higher dimension on another planet. This is why we're having starseeds. That's why there's starseeds here, because of this whole, the part of the cataclysm that happened in Atlantis and Lemuria. Consciousness from an exploding part of the planet, that goes, there's science behind that. There's frequency reversal. You would say a falling, a vortice that's going in reverse. That's called a black hole. We fell, I got a nose scratch. We had a portion of that cataclysm fall to the third dimensional level. And so this is why we're having this whole guardian experiment that involves starseeds. Star seeds, star DNA. You're learning what a real starseed is in these teachings. Not some new age glorified or self-serving entitlement. Okay, this is a service to others. A service. This is Earth. It has to do with the Emerald Order, has to do with the Guardian races of Tara. It includes Guardian Alliance, no Galactic Fed. That's an intruder. It has to do with Guardian Alliance, a greater one called the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds. It's all being run by the Emerald Covenant Guardians. I don't mean run as in controlled, but like administrated. So we have these councils at those levels. The Lyran Council is the one running this. The higher council is the Lyran Council, which the Lyrans are coming from the Emerald Order Elohai. So this is the Lyran planet. So it's being run by the Lyrans. So this is our Starseed, Earthseed project. And it's, like I said, it's a huge, long, drawn-out process. And this is why there's been opportunity for intruder races, negative alien agendas, to come and mess with us. And some of you may be coming from, not a spiritual point of view, but this is a spiritual topic. This is a spiritual mission, journey. They're trying to stop our spiritual evolution. They're against the guardian races. They're against God. They're anti-God, anti-life. They're vampires. we talk about what actually happened with fallen angels, they fall into a reverse consciousness, which is all physics of a spiritual science. You know, you go take a Merkaba and reverse it. That's what they're doing. They fell into a reversal. They created this place to create eternal life. It's not eternal life. They created these seventh dimensional bodies. You know, that's why 7, what the F is that? These seventh dimensional frequencies, so they can, but it only works when they're feeding off of living matrix. We're in the particle matrix, the living part of the living time matrix. They have to feed off of it to obtain eternal life, but they're stuck in hellish levels of consciousness. See? I'm not going to be making a long video about that, but you don't have to wait on me. You can watch Ashiana Dean. See how to spell Ashiana? You can watch Ashiana Dean's Holy Grail video workshop. Ashiana Holy Grail workshop. Voila. And it will break it down, the spiritual science of it. So we're all about this. Starseeds are all about helping the human race evolve in this genetic hybridization, which is super ancient. I'm not just talking about the current human seeding, which human seeding 3 is itself 800,000 years long so far. I mean, let me correct myself. It started 800,000 years ago. And the one before that was a few million years ago, human seeding 2. And the first human seeding was 25 million years ago. And even though scientists, 3D Earth scientists will disagree, of course, the Earth is only a few 100 million years old. It's not billions of years old. According to the Guardians, they're the ones who created it. They created the planet. They created the beings. If you can destroy a planet, you can create a planet. Especially when it's coming from a lower version spin rate of Tara. And they can time travel. It's normal in advanced races. Their bodies can time travel. They have ships that can time travel. Time travel is normal. To us, it's fantasy, it's science fiction, it's supernatural. No, it's not. Just from a distorted point of view, it is. So these are natural possibilities, organic possibilities of any evolving species, especially from higher worlds, dimensions. The higher dimensions are always super advanced, almost like godlike advanced compared to the lower dimensions. Like Density Universe 1 is so much less evolved than Density Universe 2. And then Density Universe 2, Density 2 is much much evolved than Density 3, and so on to 4 and 5. So most of these projects and personality, administrations and guardians are coming from Density Universe 2, but also there's some from 3 and 4. Now, in these teachings, you know the difference between a density universe and a dimension. There's 15 dimensions along the 5 universes. So please know the difference by now. Density is a universe. Dimension is frequency bandwidths of those universes. I got this itch, you guys, sorry. So this is what we're learning in the Emerald Order teachings. We're learning about all these different races, who the guardians are, who the fallen angels are, what the genetic hybridization is, and I'll be talking about that here in tonight's video, because that's exactly what is a starseed, not some hocus pocus, high in the sky, rainbow cloud crap. There's an actual definition of what is a star seed, which is only 5 races, homies. Antrian has nothing to do with Pleiadians, Arcturians, or Syrians. Well, Syrians are involved, but because we are the Syrians. Antrians starseed. You're either an Antrian starseed, a Brenoah starseed, a Hebrew starseed, a Melchizedek starseed, or a Unitaseti starseed. There is no other starseeds involved. There is no other DNA involved. Only our 5 starseeds. Not some other family like the Pleiadians. Sorry, that's a New Age distortion. Oh, we have Pleiadian friends. We have Arcturian friends. Those aren't starseeds. Those are evolved beings helping us. That's not a starseed. And we also have indigo children, which also are not starseeds. I just told you what the 5 starseed races are. Indigo children are not that. But they're also here to help humans. And they have a specific mission. And like Jeshua was an indigo child. They're also helping with consciousness and DNA. But the indigos are helping the higher evolved races. Helping the starseed races and to just in general raise the consciousness. But they have to be present so that potential is available. You come to a planet, whatever your DNA package is, now that DNA template is in the planet's morphogenetic field. You see, we all have a personal morph field. It's called your crystal body. It's round, globe. Just like the planet's round, globe. Okay, your morphogenetic crystal body. It doesn't have arms and legs, eyes, and the mouth. It's a round ball of energy. Actually, very beautiful, crystalline looking. This is who you really are. This isn't what you really are. You're a crystal body. A spherical, round, beautiful, gorgeous crystal body. You can call it the morphogenetic field. I prefer the crystal body because you can also call it that. So your morphogenetic field, well, the Earth's crystal body. Okay, and this crystal, your personal crystal body is within the Earth's crystal body. In other words, your personal morphogenetic field is within the Earth's morphogenetic field. So when some being comes into the planet's morphogenetic field with the 12 strand, with the 24 strand, like an indigo type 3, a 36 strand, that potential is now available to other beings until that being leaves. So this is why we have high-level beings like Ashiana with a 48 strand, or whoever. Other avatars are coming here, not just her. I'm confident we just met one on Saturday, Dara. She's one of these. So we, indigo type 2s or indigo type 1s are coming from ascended master level. And so we come into the planet. Now that potential is theoretically available to those who can awaken to that potential. It doesn't mean your people on Earth or beings on Earth can suddenly become an avatar consciousness overnight, because that's not what I was saying. I'm just saying the potential is there, just like your dormant DNA potential is there. It's always there. But you have to go through hard-ass work. And it's only hard, you guys, because of these intruder races and the damage they have done to the human race, the human's DNA, how they have done psyops on us, mess with our religions, mess with our spiritual beliefs, twisted us into becoming like them. Now we're acting like them. Well, not all of us, but most of the Earth populations are behaving like phantom beings would, who are in the false creeds of fear mode, shame. Now you're a sinner. Now you got to be subservient and get grace from some race of beings called Elohim, Yahweh, Jehovah, Allah. Some glorified archangel needs to guide us. These galactic feds need to protect us. BS, transmute. This is where you find thyself. No savior required, no death, no sacrifice. However you want to do an X. Like this, a cross, or an X like Facebook, or Twitter, I mean. Cancel out the Christos, the Christ, the guardians, the ones serving God. Cancel out the servants of the children of God. Okay? No, transmute. They hate us. They have the potential of hate because they're in those dark levels of consciousness. Just like we have star DNA, we also have fallen angelic DNA. Dark starseed, you could call. I just made that up on the spot. It doesn't really exist, but you know what I'm saying? These are hybrids. Anunnaki hybrids, Nibirian hybrids. Their DNA templates are here. The Guardians even describe them. They're called black sun DNA. 10 strands. While the angelic human has 12. They only have 10. Lizard, dragon, reptilian creatures only have a maximum of 10. So if they're on Earth, that doesn't mean they have all 10 strands awakened. Just like you, human, starseed, indigo, you have to awaken your strands. Got some barking, the neighbors. Sorry, guys. Just don't be distracted by that. So we're like, that's the black sun. The Anunnaki one, 11 strand, is Baalil's sun. Okay, there's some other exotic sun templates, and I'll probably show them tonight, since tonight is about the Starseeds. So thank you guys so much for being here. I love you so much. Thank you for holding space together in the Christos. Machiwa. G-Light, you guys have a question? Please tag Christos Avatar TV in your message. Write that in your message, and it becomes highlighted, and I can see it, like Helena did. Machira, Brostar, peace, love, and light. Good to see you, Starseed, Helena, Indigo, Holy One. Blessings, sister. Sarah, we got Christina Hall, Aaron White, Free White Dove, Elif in the house sending some love. Laura Wisdom. Good to see my moderators, Celine, Indigo, Sarah Holder. Hey, you guys. Sir Madism. Is Stardust Goddess okay? Let me know in the comments. I don't remember seeing her for a few weeks. Is she okay? Maybe it's just me. I missed it. El Nixon, writer of Dragons. Woohoo! Inland Tan in the house, Machiwa. And we already have... Oh, she's in the house. Sorry, Stardust. No disrespect, sister. I'm just looking for you. I was looking and looking. Nura, welcome, Holy One. Thank you for becoming an avatar. Thank you for supporting this work. If you want the Discord server link, please write me. My email's below. If you can't see my email, go to my Facebook or my Instagram. Anyone who's becoming a member, they can go on a Discord server. We have some rules there, so you have to accept them when you go in, but that's just to keep all the trolling away. We're trying to keep a peaceful space for the rest of us. So, yeah. If you guys need a link, contact one of my moderators as well, and they will let me know. But the problem is people have different usernames on Discord. We can't match them. You got to have to tell us what your username is. Otherwise, it's going to be a waste of time going back and forth. Okay, what's your actual name? What's your account name? You know? Thank you for that, you guys. Thank you. G-Light 999 Star Sister. Woohoo! Thank you for supporting this work. Again, much respect to you, Holy One. Thank you, sister. This is something I need to keep on going and going. I get 100%, 100 hours a week. I'm doing this service to others, service for the group. Thank you so much for that exchange of energy, sister. Free White Dove in the house gave out 5 memberships. You guys, whoever got one of those, there's your sponsor. Thank you, Free White Dove, for supporting the community. Machiwa. Leo Murray, and all you 5 members, if you're serious about this work, please check out what you get with that tier membership, but also ask for the Discord's chat server. Eventually, when we get done with the trolls, we'll put it back to public. The link will be public for members, but right now we got to keep hiding the link because of people. They don't want us to. They want to interrupt our group. So Stardust Goddess, thank you for sharing your knowledge with all of us. We love you, Bro Star. Thank you, Stardust. Thank you for that positive, that lights me up, that keeps me motivated. Thank you, Stardust sister. Can't wait to meet you in person. Keeps getting closer, right? And if you guys can make it, I'll be at Contact in the Desert. So will Dara, and so will Julia. And some of the other people I know will be at Contact in the Desert. It's only in a few weeks now, less than a few weeks. It's in May. You'll have to go to Contact in the Desert. Just look it on Google. You'll find out all the information. Most of these events are around $500. That's straight up what it costs. But it's like this one's the largest one on the planet. Contact in the Desert is the biggest Starseed Indigo Awakening event on planet Earth. All kinds of speakers, all kinds of topics and knowledge. You will meet new people. I'll be there. A few others will be there. Why not join us? See you there. Thank you, brother Indigo. Thank you all for coming together and holding the space of unconditional love. Much respect, brother. Peace, right? Eternal bliss, joy, mindfulness, machiwa. Sir Madism 2, brother, what's up? 888, much love to you all. Much respect, brother. Can't wait to meet you. I hope it all works out. I know it will. We're going to make sure it works out. Coming all the way from down under. Elatin, 1111, machiwa fam. Love you all. Omni love. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, you guys. I honestly can't do this without you. I'm actually a poor person. I don't have much in my life. So this is why I really mean I need it. So I'm truly grateful for all of your support, you guys. Much respect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And someone sponsored me to go to Contact in the Desert. I didn't have to pay $500. Thank you to her. Thank you for helping me, sister, get to the Contact in the Desert. Machiwa. I still have to pay for a hotel that costs $500. Maybe this was why I don't have a couch. I don't have a bed. I don't have a kitchen table. I don't have any furniture except for this. Because I'm making sure I can go to some of these events, because there's only like 4 of them a year. There's one in Vegas, you guys, coming up. It's the same people speaking as the one from last month in April, but I'm still going to go to it because I've met people there, and now I'll even be more, and I'm sure some people will make that one in Vegas. That's one of the 4. There's one in Florida. I definitely can't afford that one. Until these people can pay me to speak there, they should be paying the speakers to speak. And this guy is going to do that next year for me. But that's not until 2026. I would love to go to the one in Florida. I would love to go to the other one. What is it? I forgot the name of it. It's at the top of my head. I just can't remember the name. You know. Thank you guys for supporting this work. Thank you so much. And so the Starseeds are part of the actual planet Earth. They're coming from planet Tara, planet Earth. The Lyran, Earth, Tara, Gaia, Armatena. Earth becomes Tara, becomes Gaia, becomes Armatena. They're coming from actually, it doesn't mean that the Starseeds are coming from those levels, because a lot of that originates from the 12 tribes who created Tara. And then there's 12 tribes who helped to populate the Earth DNA. So, but it's all coming from density 4 and density 5 DNA, star DNA. These Starseeds have strand 7. They have strand 7 to strand 12. Plus one more. No, they all have strand 1. And then one more. Technically speaking, what we have now is Hibaru Starseeds and Melchizedek Starseeds. If we're going to look at the how it works in Voyager's books, the Ur-Antrians were already here back in the Lemurian age. The Brenewa were already here in the Atlantean age. Now we're in the Aryan age, so now that starseed is the Hibarus, but there's also Melchizedeks here early. So there's Hibarus and Melchizedeks. Most of you Guardians are from the Melchizedeks. I mean, Hibarus are Guardians too. I just mean the Melchizedeks are one level DNA template larger, expanded. So anyways, it all comes down to your own soul telling you who you are. Because most people into the starseed topic, they want to know which starseed they are. You see, this is why I explained to you that it's only these races who are starseeds of the Guardian Project. What in the world is in a Pleiadian starseed? It's not in our DNA. I mean, it's not one of these root race starseed, they call them cloister races. A Pleiadian is not a cloister race. An Arcturian is from another world, another race. It's not part of our race, the Lyran race. These are all Lyran races. Ur-Antrian, Brenewa. Let me show you on the diagram. Machiwa. Much respect to you, Starseeds. Makaya, Masutas. It doesn't mean if you are, feel like you're coming from the Pleiadian group, well, it just doesn't mean you're a starseed. It means that you're still helping the humans. Because even in Voyagers, they talked about how the Pleiadians and the Arcturians have helped us. But if you guys didn't know by now, we are the Syrians. Lyran Syrians. We're Lyran. Our planet got destroyed, so we started existing on Sirius B. So that's why we're Lyran Syrian roots, origins. But Arcturians are a whole different ballgame. The Pleiadians are a whole different ballgame. They're different races, different DNA templates, but they're our friends. We're not talking about the Luciferian Pleiadians on Nibiru, though. So I gotta make sure I open that diagram. Okay, let me open it first, guys. Because it's so much easier, right? To show you and then to just talk about it. So both helps. So let me open the time matrix. Have you seen the matrix? Speaking of which, we got Tom Althouse. I posted that video ahead of time. It's in my channel, so you can find now when it's going to be. May 24th, right? May 24th. Saturday, 6 p.m. So here we go. Okay, there's only 5 places or races that you could be coming from if you're calling yourself a starseed. Remember, this is not New Age. This is the Lyran Guardian Angelic Nations. So, well, I don't mean it that way. I meant this is just planet Earth, planet Tara, planet Gaia, and Armatena. But only the Christos are living on... Well, that's not exactly true. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But right now we have the angelic human lineage. That's what we are. That's what your identity is. That's what you... Even on Earth, it's just dormant. You could say dormant, or you can say blocked in your DNA. But we have Polarans, who were these are the first 2 races that started simultaneously. Polarans and Hyperboreans. Remember, we're part of Earth, Tara, Gaia. Earth, Tara, Gaia. Earth, Tara, Gaia, Armatena. But they're in our DNA right now in strand 1. Strand 1 plus 7 through 12. That's what I just said a few minutes ago. All these starseeds are all going to have 7 through 12. But these aren't the starseeds. These are the Earthseeds. Lemurian, Atlantean, Aryan. That's what we're in right now, the Aryan age. And then there's a race that comes after that, the Mavarian age. And then the Unchechi age. Okay? Now, those were on Gaia, so we're not talking about skin color coming from Polaran or Hyperborean. But the Lemurians brought us the brown skin. The Atlanteans brought us red skin. The Aryans brought us also white skin. And now the Mavarians brought us yellow skin. And Unchechi brought us black skin. This is why all humans have different skin tones. Not because you're some special or unique or separate race. Like there's a bunch of narratives out there saying, oh, the black race is superior, the white race is superior. It's mostly those two races that are saying they're superior. No. We're all equal. We're all part of the gene pool of the human race. It's in the gene pool because of these starseeds. The Urantrian were the ones who worked with their DNA to give that, that's where the gene came from. The brown skin gene came from the Urantrian, and this one came the red skin and the Lantian, and then this one is the white skin now, and the Melchizedeks. I told you, there's some Melchizedeks here. But these all lived on planet Earth in the past. This is why there are already a bunch of mixes of skin tones. And even though I'm sitting here explaining it, there's still going to be racist comments later after the live. People are going to say some low vibe, little child, immature comments, racist comments. And try to correcting the Guardian Project and say, no, you all come from the black people or you all come from the white people. Some ridiculous nonsense. You guys, this is where it comes from. From the star DNA. That's what SEED stands for. The skin tones, just like you got green aliens and blue skin aliens, indigo skin aliens, pink skin aliens, whatever skin aliens. Well, there's brown, there's red, and there's white and yellow and black. So let me pull up a different diagram here. 1 second. Literally a few seconds. Wait. Machiwa. This is a project. Stages. It started 25 million years ago. Not some BS. The ancient race. The most ancient race is Sumer. From 5,000, 6,000 BC, they tell us. BS. We've been here for 25 million years, homies. Human seeding 3 started 25 million years ago. But these were a long, long time ago, and they're the ones that created Strand 1. The Polarian root race and the Hyperborean, no freaking silly, ridiculous connection to Conan the Barbarian, stupid BS comments you get when I say the word Hyperborean. Okay? Transmute those low vibes. Now we got the Urantrian, who was at the same time as Lemurians. That's where we got the brown skinned people. The gene of that color skin came from the stars, baby. We're all aliens. We all got alien DNA. We're all hybrids. Even though you got races trying to be superior, you're a hybrid. We're all hybrids. You're here. You're on the hybrid genetic modification planet. All beings are hybrids here. Every single one of you is a hybrid. Even the fallen angel races are hybrids. Even the Illuminatis are freaking hybrids, even if they claim to be not. They're the mixture of their ET race plus the human race. That makes them a hybrid. We're all hybrids. We're all more than one race. Whether you call yourself a Mexican, American, a Jewish person or a Japanese person. You're all hybrids, homies. You're all mixes of root races and starseed races. And some people can't handle that truth, but that's the truth. We're all mixes. We're all equal. We're all part of the same source. So this is the brown skin coming in 75,000 years ago. They were on the planet. Notice they were here 2,000 years ahead of the Lemurians, getting the way ready. It's not like these beings are saints and angels, even though they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus one more, 8 strands of DNA. See, this is, remember, strand 1 was from the Hyperborean and Polarians. So all beings will have strand 1. But this race came in with the strand 2. So the Lemurians could get strand 2. And then this race, notice they don't have strand 2, but they have strand 3, but 7 through 12. 7 through 12, plus they all get the 1, plus the one they're working on with the Atlantean race. 1, 2, 3. Notice the Earthseed races don't have the Starseed DNA, 7 through 12. Same with the Lemurian. Notice the Lemurian didn't have 7 through 12. Only the Starseed race has 7 through 12, plus the 1, strand 1, plus whatever strand they're working on. Well, 75,000 years ago, they were Ur-Antrian Starseed. So most likely, none of you Starseeds are Ur-Antrians. They came in and helped Lemurians get strand 2. Okay? And then these Brenoa, red-skinned Starseed races, like Native Americans have red skin, I'm not talking about bright red, but some type of tint of red, like a sunburned red or whatever kind of red. So you know what we're talking about. Don't be silly, immature about it. This is the one who brought in 7 through 12, like the other Starseeds, and strand 1. But the one strand they're focused on, strand 3. That's what helped us bring in the third strand in the human genome. A progressive strand 1, 2, 3, and let's look at the current situation, strand 4. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Here's the Starseed, 7 through 12, plus the 1, strand 1, and then the one they're working on, strand 4, and the 3 to the 4th dimension. This is what we're supposed to be getting, but we're not doing it. The fallen angels have been successful to stop us from developing it naturally, organically. We've been manipulated. There's been blocks put on our DNA. Now humans can't do it without the teachings of bioregenesis that the Lyran Guardian, Emerald Order Guardians have brought us. Techniques to go beyond the DNA block. That's what Cathara is about. You're going to learn bioregenesis to get past this barrier. Otherwise, you're just going to sit on Earth reincarnating over and over and over. But let's say they get the 4th strand. You're supposed to get the 4th strand, the heart chakra, Templar. Well, the next race will be in the future. Future Tara Earth, called the Muvarians, creating the 5th strand. That's the throat chakra. Notice how the Starseeds have it. Notice how the Starseeds over here have the 3rd eye. And the humans are supposed to develop their 3rd eye way in the future on Tara. Okay, so this is the process. It starts with strand 1. It starts with strand 1. And then it develops thousands of years later into strand 2. Oh, right here, sorry. And then it goes thousands of years later, you're working on strand 3. And then modern times, or it started 68,000 years or 65,000 years ago, beyond Sumer, homies. Beyond ancient Egypt. Okay, so, sorry, didn't mean to do that. We're working on strand 4. Are you getting it? And each one of these little circles are representative of a segment of your one strand. And so naturally, organically, like this one, for example, you lived a long time ago to get this strand, one lifetime. You lived another lifetime to get this substrand, and then another lifetime for another substrand until you get 12 substrands to make the entire strand. So you took 12 incarnations to do it, but now you have to use bioregenesis and do it in one lifetime. That's what we're learning with the Emerald Order innerchristos Law of One teachings, how to bioregenerate our DNA to do ascension in one lifetime. Because of intruder races who have effed with us and now preventing us naturally to accomplish ascension. This is all in the Voyager's books. It's in the Emerald Order teachings. So it's not about just love and light. It's about doing hard-ass techniques when most of our consciousness is distorted. This was what makes it hard. And so, are you a Starseed? Are you a Melchizedek Starseed? Most likely a Melchizedek. Oops, what the? I didn't mean to do that. You're either a Melchizedek Starseed, it's still messing with me, or you're a Hebrew Starseed. Most likely, most of us you Starseeds are one of those two. It doesn't mean you're white skin. It doesn't mean you're yellow skin. Remember, the whole gene pool is all skins now. But your soul essence would be Melchizedek or Hebrew. I'm personally an indigo child. But some of you resonate with being an indigo child. I'm just trying to explain tonight's topic, which is a Starseed. Has nothing to do with being Pleiadian or Arcturian, sorry. Or Andromi or Orion. This is coming from the Emerald Order teachings. It's part of the genealogy of the angelic human. And this is it. As explained, this is explained in Voyagers, homie. I'll even show it in the screen in a little bit. But let me go back. Machiwa. Just checking chat real quick. What's up, homies? What does the phrase Machiwa mean? It's a light language. It's a peaceful, loving greeting. I'm greeting you peacefully and lovingly. It's a positive, a light language. Light language is coming from my family of consciousness. And I started saying it a few years ago without even realizing it. You know, as you go through awakening, and you know what that means, awakening? That means you're taking on more and more of your consciousness. You're opening it. You're activating it. So you might speak different languages. This is what I'm calling this as my light language. It's one of my incarnations, plural. It's a positive greeting. Machiwa, Holy One. Good question. Let me see. G-Light made a question. Is the red tint skin like some of the family tans Cherokee? Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Red, like, let me see. Like, I mentioned the Native Americans as an example. And so, you know, that could be Cherokee. You know, like I said, it's not like like this red. It's not this color red. One second here. And so it's like a very, very light tint, just like anybody can get burned, sunburns. You can see red on your skin. Okay, I'm having some issues with... 1 second here. Indigenous people of the Americas, you know, that's where the term red man or red Indian was historically used by the European settlers. But Australian Aborigines in some early colonial texts, South American tribes, certainly, you know, like Amazonian tribes, still mythical or esoteric races. But this is actually something I'll show you on the Guardians. Let me show you in the Guardian teachings explain this. Let me switch over the PDF, and so you guys can see it. It'll be transparent PDF. But yeah, okay. This is Voyagers 1, the book you see next to me. Now let me go all the way up. Come on, man, what's going on? I'll just put the word red. 5 results, so I can find it. Ah, come on, dude. I might have to restart Photoshop. I'll just restart this. So, let me restart it because it was sitting there from this morning. Maybe there's some bug. I gotta reopen it. Okay. Try it again. Red. Oh, now there's a bunch of, let me put red skin. Red skinned. What did I say? What did I just show you? Okay, I'm not making stuff up. You're going to get all kinds of ridiculous comments. And I even explained the DNA strands. I showed you it. Antrians, brown skinned. Wow, this is very interesting. The 5 starseed races, we're talking about when they first came on Earth, did not possess gender, nor did they originally possess the degree of matter density within which you are familiar. I know that some of this is we're existing on parallel Earth, which is part of our ascension process. Density of form developed over time throughout the course of evolution on Earth between 250 million and 25 million years ago. The 5 cloistered, it's another word for starseed, the 5 cloistered starseed races were Antrians, the ones who came in with the Lemurians. Brown skin, strand number 2. When they say strand, that means DNA strand. Brenoa, red skinned, DNA strand 3. Hibaru, which what we're doing now, white skin, strand number 4. The heart chakra. Melchizedek's, yellow skin, Brahmins. So think about this. If the majority of Earth is white skin, in the future, the majority of Earth will be yellow skin. Does that mean Asians? I don't know. I'm just going by this and using some guessing, informed guessing. Because the Lemurians were mostly brown skin, so in their time period, there was mostly brown skin, but in the future, we're going to be mostly yellow and mostly black. Has nothing to do with racism, because the people are so stuck in that low vibration. I don't think I need to explain that to you guys in this group. But they were here. See right here. The Starseed races populated the Earth for many generations, creating various racial mixtures. What do we have on Earth now? A bunch of racial mixtures. Let me see if that's... Yeah, it's only listed 4 times. Redskin or Antrian, Redskin, Melchizedek, Hebrew, Cloister, white-skinned line, or Antrian, brown-skinned line. See, this is talked about in the Voyagers books, you guys. So I just wanted to show you it so you saw it and don't think I'm just like fabricating information. Machiwa. The whole thing about gender trips me out. Because that's another thing. People make such a big deal about skin color, and people make such a big deal about gender when it's only a low level of evolution. You're going to go through that. You won't even have a body or any genitalia or anything like that. Some of the Starseed races didn't have gender. So, how do they were born? You know, the Tarans don't birth you. They have a sac that the females have a sac that's on the outside of their body. They don't have to go through birthing anymore. I'm sure women appreciate that. You don't have something come out of your, a small opening. Now it grows outside of you like a kangaroo sac, maybe. I don't know the specifics, but it's in there. It's actually in Voyagers. Angelic humans don't birth. And actually, since we're immortal on Tara, having children is a special thing to do. You don't need to have children. Like, it doesn't have to be a program in us to keep on growing children if we're immortal. Your population is just isn't going away, right? So that goes into like philosophical concepts, but you can put your mind there, and maybe your memory there too. Remember that you were there and lived, kept on. You didn't age. If you don't age, you don't have freaking wrinkled bodies. You don't have diseases. You don't have cancers. This is what's happening on Earth because of the distortions. Distortions to Earth's grids. When the Earth, 2/3 of Earth's grids have been reversed, that's anti-life. Aging is anti-life. Aging and dying is unnatural. But we accept it as normal and natural. It is not. Just saying, once upon a time, even on Earth, before the grids were reversed, we were immortal. It's talked about in Voyagers books where we didn't have to go through a death process to ascend. We went through something called transmutation. We went through different, like 12 transmutations on the particle matrix, 12 transmutations on the antiparticle parallel matrix. Okay, both sides working their lifetimes. So you didn't die, you would transmute within seconds, like a flash of light, into a new body. Man, can you imagine this? That's like science fiction. And I try to explain to some people on the comments saying, oh, you can't have 2 souls in one body. According to your religion, maybe not. But in, these indigo children, DNA templates are specifically designed as a host matrix. The indigo type 3s are specifically created to have 2 souls in one body. It isn't a possession. It is an ancient agreement between the soul Nephilim, who's an ancient being from a long, long time ago, right? But their souls are going through this healing through the indigo children type 3s. And they have been. Not just here. And by the way, the indigo type 3 isn't the only host matrix. There's other types of host matrices that are meant to have 2 souls in one body. Some people will disagree. I'm just going by the Christos teachings because that is what my channel is focused on. And so I agree with that, and I see that in the world. You see indigo children suffering. This is why your brother Anuhazi is creating the content, indigo children video after indigo children video, talking about the indigo children. We talk about the indigos because of the dilemma. They're, you can't believe how many people have thanked me for that. And you're not thanking me, you're thanking the guardians. Well, I am a guardian. Some of you are guardians. You're part of that team. And so I am part of the Melchizedeks bringing in this information. Was part of the Indigos, Ayani councils, Lyrian councils coming in and saying, hey, look at your potential. Look at the Indigos doing the healing. That's not an Indigo type 2. The Indigo type 2s aren't going through 2 souls in one body. That's only Indigo type 3s. The Indigo type 2s have a different mission. Ascension and helping beings teach them how to heal themselves. The Indigo type 1s, like Jesus, just like he did in those days, he's doing it now in the background. I made a video about it recently. Check it out. He's not coming here to be famous and a savior and dying for all of us. Okay? That is a whole intentional psyop. Thousands of years ago, psyop. No horrible, sick, and twisted murder, sacrifice, blood ritual. Okay? That's not how the guardians roll. So, we are having this Indigo type 3 for a specific reason, and it's specifically to have 2 souls in one body, to heal the Nephilim. We are doing a host matrix, Indigo child host matrix, specifically to heal the Nephilim. That's not what Indigo type 2s are doing. That's not what Indigo type 1s are doing, like Joshua Jesus, working in the background, doing grid work, learning these, what do you call it? Round tables. Going in groups, like Christic Symbiosis is doing. Okay? You want to check them out. Dara mentioned them. I mentioned them several times. We give you links to his BitChute website and Indigo Wizard. Please do that again. You guys, there's no paywall to his group or my group. All the links we're sharing, all the workshops, all of the PDFs that we can find, we give you direct links so you can download it and start studying this information. All for free. My members area is only to help support this work from continuing. You can't do this without support. Anyone doing a YouTube channel, if you want to grow and reach thousands and millions of people, which I have done through this service, then it needs to be supported. So please, you guys, support this work. Help my channel grow and reach millions of people. More and more people. And so, thank you for that, by the way. And we come here as teams. Team Indigo, Team Starseeds, Angelic Humans, our Pleiadian friends, Arcturian friends. You know, we're doing this as a group effort in the Guardian Angelic Nations. Okay, those density 3, density 4 level beings. Guardian Angelic Nations are incarnating down here. You see, you understand, high level beings are coming and incarnating into the lower drama of Earth so they can help assist, help heal, teach people how to heal themselves. Because we're not savers. Starseeds aren't meant to do the work for you. They're going to teach you how to heal. You're going to learn. They're teaching you how to heal. Okay? You have to study. You have to put your mind, put your awareness and learn all of this. How long will it take you to learn that? Huh? It's not overnight. That's just one page. It takes effort. It's not easy. You're going to learn all of this. Learn, read, learn, study, learn, study, understand, practice, train. There's one source. And then you're going to do the same thing for this one. Learn, study, practice, understand, and then continue your journey. Continue to the workshops. Practice the techniques. Get with groups of people and practice if you want to. I used to do that when I lived in Tucson. I found 3 people who happened to live in Tucson studying the Emerald Order teachings. And it's not Ashiana's work. This is everywhere in all of Ashiana's work, it says MCEO. What is MCEO? MCEO. You'll see everywhere in all of this material, it's not Ashiana's work. It's Melchizedek Cloister Emerald Order. MCEO. There's no copyright on Ascension, baby. And this is the group of guardians bringing this. This is the guardians created the CDT plates that Speaker 1 Ashiana would translate from. She doesn't own the content. She didn't create the content. The higher density beings created the CDT plates. We're not getting this knowledge, this information from a scroll, from some tablet buried in the earth. They're coming from holographic disc records, super ancient, originally put on the planet hundreds of thousands of years ago in those races where we were still in human seeding. That was far back in our human seeding. Remember, 800,000 years ago we started? Let me show you on the PDF, Architects of Light. We're completely transparent here. We give you all the materials that you need. You have no excuses. Everything's for free. So let me bring that up. Let me open it first. Open Architects of Light, which is the Indigo Child PDF. So I got this bookmarked, I think. Human Seedings, yep. See, this is in the material, in Voyagers, in workshops, different workshop like Architects of Light. It's a workshop, but it's also a PDF. And it tells you how the Lemurians brought strand 2, just like we said. Atlanteans brought strand 3. Aryans, that's us right now, bringing strand 4, the heart chakra. The throat chakra's in the future. Future Tara, Earth Tara, which is inner Earth. And then Tara, which is strand 7. This is a progression. 800,000 years ago, this is a misprint. It's not 8 million, it's 800,000. You will even see that in the book. Corrected as 8 million. I mean 800,000. But this did start 3 million years ago into, before it got destroyed. And this has something to do with the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Sphinx. When there was warfare, it was misaligned. It was misaligned more than once, and it had to be changed more than once. It had to be aligned to originally Sirius, and then it had to be aligned to the Palladian planet, Alcyon. We had different seed races. The Taranates were the original. And then we had to do Sirius, align it to the planet Sirius. And then so it was, the host race was called Pleiadian Centaurian. And now the third race, what we're in now, the host race, was the Syrian, Pleiadian, Hebrew, Egyptian hybrids of the Urtites. So you call all of this the Urtites. We're coming from the Urtites, which were Syrian, Pleiadian, Hebrew, Egyptian. That's the DNA that created the Urtites. We're coming from the Urtites. That's not going to be taught in your history, mainstream history books, baby. Okay? Also, they say Lemuria didn't exist. That's a fantasy. That's what they think. Atlantis didn't exist. Okay, if you want to follow the mainstream science, you ain't going to get nowhere in your ascension. These surely did exist, and you lived in those lifetimes, and you develop these strands to go into the higher dimensions. You can't get to the higher dimension unless you develop these strands. You can't leave planet Earth, prison planet, unless you get the higher strands. Unless you learn Kathara, biospiritual healing, bioregenesis of your DNA, you will be stuck on Earth. You know, this is what is required to ascend in one lifetime when it used to take 12 lifetimes. Let me show that on PDF. I mean, Photoshop, I mean. This doesn't want to show it when I do it. I changed it, but it doesn't show it change. Now it's showing it change. Okay. You usually do 12 lifetimes. That takes a lot of work to live a whole lifetime, a whole lifetime, a whole lifetime. You're living all these lifetimes to naturally ascend. You have to do this 12 times, 12 different lifetimes to get one strand of DNA. You remember that your previous chart? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 lifetimes. 12 different lifetimes to get one strand. Well, now you have to cheat. Now you have to use bioregenesis as taught by the Emerald Order Guardians for free, no paywall, no trademark. You can learn bioregenesis. Machiwa. I love you guys. Omnicristos love, baby. What's up? Are you starting to get some of it? What Ascension really is, it's about DNA. We need the Starseeds. We need the roots, Earth seeds. They come together to create your Ascension process. We're hybrids. There's no favoritism. There's no better race on Earth. We're all equal. We're all part of the angelic human gene pool. Okay? And just because the Antrians came first, it doesn't mean Uniceti is more evolved than the Antrian. You know? Because some people will say that, will see that the yellow skin comes after the white skin and start saying, well, they're better than. No, they're not. Did you see that they all have the same amount of strands? 7 through 5 plus the strand 1 plus the strand they're working on. That's the same amount of strands. No one's better than the other starseed or the other earthseed. They're all equal, and all humans are on their own level of conscious awakening. So, in God's eyes, which is not a man or a woman, male or female, it's a pure consciousness, no gender, no genitalia. God, source God, creator, the God force, sees all beings, which is itself. God sees all of itself as equal, intrinsic equality, baby. Now, when it comes to a 15-dimensional time matrix that's broken down in 12 different main frequencies, the beings in the 12th frequency have more energy than the beings in the 3rd frequency. But once again, remember, that's a piece of 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 an avatar who has 1,728 pieces. Out of 1,728, you let's say you lived on Earth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. Well, you're just 11 pieces out of 1,728 pieces. You see, that being has much more frequency, memory, lifetimes, energy. It doesn't make it better. It's still God at the end of the day. It has more bandwidth, more frequency, DNA, but but it's still originally source God. We're all source God. We're all equal in God. There's no comparison. There's no hierarchies in the guardian way, baby. Machiwa. We're all equal. And remember, this whole time matrix, this whole hologram of matter was empty before. Nothing was here. Nothing was higher or lower. What populated this matrix when there was no life here? There was no planets here. Who came in? Ascended masters came in. They and populated it. We're all ascended masters. We're all faces of God. We're all equal. When you come in, when these ascended masters come in and populate 12 frequencies, 1,728 faces, those are all at different frequencies, but they're all one giant family ascended master collective. Even the fallen angels, baby, they were populated by ascended masters, and they weren't always fallen, were they? You see this whole demi-urge bullshit? Gnostic BS? It's part of the creation. No, it's not. It was started. It started 250 billion years ago. What about all the previous time? Those seven, because they say our time matrix, the current life, the current seeding is 950 billion years. There were cycles before that. But the current one is 950 billion. That's a multiverse. That's a time matrix cycle. The current time matrix cycle is 950 billion years old. And it was completely populated by ascended masters. They all created it, and you technically call these the Yanas. All of the Yanas. The Yanas came in and populated it all. We're all Yanis. We're all ascended masters. You got all these distorted versions of higher creation, thinking that they're superior, better, different, separate. You guys are awakening. I think you get it. Much love, much respect. Machiwa. What's up? Gangsters in Christos, my spiritual G's. Yeah, songs are important. Thank you for sharing, Inigo Wizard. Much respect. Ooh, Cathar too. Going to that advanced stuff. Woo! John W. At one point, I assumed my partner was ascended, but I have begun to doubt her. I expressed this to her, and she threatened to use my ceremonial nunchucks on me. So not feeling great lately. Brother, that can happen in relationships. But we're all God sovereign free. You're God sovereign free, brother. You are an ascended master. We're all ascended masters. You're even angry, distorted, pissed off, negative, threatening, aggressive people are also ascended masters. But we've had all this time to use the free will or to abuse free will and go become phantom. But it was because of the original fallen angelic races started influencing all the other beings. They used their free will to fall. And then they started trying to get others to fall or to be like them or to feed off of them. So they start feeding off of you and pulling you down. You start becoming like them. So you're going to have ascended masters who came in and become distorted and fall into the phantom matrix. And some will fall into space dust, which is ultra micro ultra micro quantum. The smallest piece that you can become before Creator God recycles your ass. Recycles your fallen angelic ass. Okay? So, into new life. See? That fallen being who fell all the way down to space dust and got recycled, returned back to Source God. Demons and fallen angels return to God too, but through the death process, the self-annihilation process, until you become less and less and less and less and less and less and less. An ultra micro quantum. And it returns back to God. The unfortunate thing about that route is that you self-destructed, you lose your memory. You lose all the memory of your life experiences in all the dimensions. As Ascended Master who came in originally, it came in and became less and 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 returned to God through the fall process. Return back to Source. Religion says no. First of all, religion says you're separate from God. You're not. It's impossible. You can't run away from God even if you tried. And why would you want to? Okay? You're not separate from God. You're intrinsically connected to God. You are God. You're a face of Creator. You're a piece of Creator. So, I forgot my point, but you return back the point is that you want to reclaim that which you... Okay, yeah, now I remember. This forgets. You're becoming, let's say, a 12-strand being becomes an 11-strand being. Well, you just lost a piece of yourself and you don't remember yourself. How can you remember the 12th dimension when you lost that whole strand? In reverse consciousness, it became dormant. Okay? Now you lose it. The 11th strand and become a 10-strand being. You become a 9-strand being. You're becoming less and less and less until there's nothing left, except a little tiny ultra micro quantum. And then God, so you came in and went back to God this way, forgetting, becoming less. But some beings are going like this, expanding, expanding, and now they're back and they pulled all their lower parts up into their, you would say, avatar self or their Rishik self, and they can leave the time matrix. Return back to God, to Source that way. See, that's expansion. That's living. The dark beings return back through death and suffering and self-destruction. Which one sounds better? I choose life and expansion and retaining my memory instead of losing memory. Machiwa. Losing memory is called unconscious oblivion. It's the destiny. The Guardians call it the destiny of sorrow. Do you want to return back to God through the destiny of sorrow or the destiny of joy? I choose joy any day, baby. As a matter of fact, as you guys start to awaken, you don't want any distortion. You don't want any distortion in your thoughts. You don't want any distortions in your health. It starts to bother you. You want to heal all distortion. You get to a certain point, you want to do that. It becomes a goal, a mission, a purpose, an agenda, an intention. I can't stand this distortion. I don't want disorganization. I don't want any lost pieces of myself. I'm trying to reclaim myself, not lose it, not distort it. I want to take that crippled distortion, straighten it out, take my health, that twisted, warped health, sickness, diseases, and fix it, heal it. Take my warped ideas and conscious thoughts and heal them. Reclaim the original. We have something called the Divine Blueprint, Starseeds, and we want to reclaim that perfect version of ourselves. And that happens ascension after ascension after ascension. We reclaim it through all these stages Just as we came in and populated down, we're gonna expand back up. Pull in ourselves, pull in our parallel selves, and bring up our entire avatar. And then now the avatar can leave or stay and keep doing service. I've seen my avatar, man. I've was able to experience its consciousness for a few hours. And so it's just a whole nother existence, man. All humans can reclaim their avatar consciousness. I personally, until the earth is made mostly, like the majority, avatar consciousness, it's going to be almost impossible to stay in that 24/7. You can't stay in that level 24/7 yet. Only for a few seconds for some people, a few minutes, a few hours, a few days. Reclaim that state of conscious avatar level of consciousness. Christos, Christ, avatar consciousness. How long can you stay in it and have the intellect of it? Have the intellect, have the awareness, have the self-control of it. That's a goal. That's a perfect example of what we want to reclaim. Yes? Become the greatest avatar version of ourselves while we're in the 3D. Man, if you could do that, you would literally be one of the few beings on Earth who could teleport, who could disappear, become invisible, levitate, fly. If you can levitate, eventually you can go into the sky, create something from nothing. That's not possible, but you're taking control of the ability to create from, remember, you're not just this, you're the planet, you're the galaxy, you're the universe. The universe, just as you have a spiritual will, so does the universe. Become the universe. Become the sun. Become the earth. You have all these levels of gestalt. Let me show you on the matrix diagram, which is for $15, you guys. This is one way you can support this channel, is by buying my 15-dimensional time matrix. You guys, please, someone post that link. Let me show you. Let me see. In Earth, at the 3D level, Earth, we have a personal, individual logos. But when you leave the Earth system and go into the greater Tara system, you will experience the race collective consciousness. You start to perceive from all the human race. You will all be able to read each other's mind and not be embarrassed about it, because there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Yourself. This is your identity. The superconscious mind is who you are. You are the collective. You're not reading someone else's mind. You're reading your own collective mind. You're not some disgusting, perverted, twisted earth being, maybe. You're probably very worried about people reading your thoughts or reading other people's thoughts who have these massive distortions. They're not having this. You remember, this is the same level where we're immortal. Okay? We're a whole different consciousness. Okay? And you're not going to be experiencing the telepathy of all your race unless you are, on the spiritual level, awaken yourself to that level. If you're dark and twisted and vampiric, you're not in the collective logos. But then you eventually evolve into the planet's logos, what Dara was speaking about, connecting to the planet, the causal mind. And obviously there's greater star system. This is the galactic level. The solar sun is part of a galaxy, so it's the galactic metaconscious mind. So you're not just reading all your collective's mind. Now you're reading all animal species, plant species, minds, or you can perceive them. And then the galactic level, all the beings in the trillions of stars of our Milky Way galaxy. Now you can perceive all those levels of your self, of your solar self, your meta conscious mind. This is our potential holy ones. And then you keep on evolving into the universal logos. You can read all minds and see all lives within the whole entire universe. These are what truly are the meta-terrestrials. Holy Elohai meta-terrestrials, Seraphai meta-terrestrials, and Violet Flame Brahmarama meta-terrestrials. The ones that are called the guardians are meta-terrestrials. They see all of us at once in their own conscious awareness. This is who we are. We are a person, individual. We are an entire collective. And, in the science, spiritual science, we have, remember I mentioned it earlier, a personal morphogenetic field crystal body. We have a planet crystal body. We have a race. Okay, I actually skipped one, right? So our personal morphogenetic field, or if you prefer to say crystal body, is within the collective crystal body, which itself is within the planetary crystal body, because every species is going to have its own crystal body. Like ladybugs have their own crystal body. Lizards have their own crystal body in the Earth logos. All the species of all the life of Earth are connected to the planetary logos. And then the planet is obviously part of something much, much bigger called the galaxy. And the galaxy is part of something much, much bigger called the universe. And then the time matrix itself. This entire time matrix itself is part of the eternal ultra-terrestrial level of consciousness. You see, you start to understand what truly is God at those higher levels. And, God goes way beyond our time matrix. It goes way into levels of the primal sound fields. There's levels of the cosmos, the geomantic entity level, the Riche level, the Eka level. Ashiana explains how she's an Ekar. She's coming from she's a Grandianus Ascended Master. Well, so was Jeshua. She's not the only one. There's other council members here on planet Earth. There is some heavy hitters on Earth. Machiwa. Just wanted to explain that to you, Starseeds and Indigos. I love it. How you doing, homies? Much respect. Group hug, yeah. Bear hug. Come on, you guys. Come on, fam. Come on, family. Galactic hug. Universal hug. All those guardian angelic nations, our brothers and sisters and aliens and meta-terrestrials and ultra-terrestrials out there. All those aspects of Creator God, Source God, God Force. That is one of your identity levels. Your identity just gets greater and greater and greater and greater until you get to that God Force level, baby, where you include everything in existence. That is one of your identities. And now you may start to understand from seeing those different levels of logos and mind and consciousness and spirit. Now you understand how you can say, I am God. It is not blasphemy. That's a distorted religion idea. It's a natural, organic, multidimensional aspect of yourself. It's all about energy, frequency, consciousness. It is one giant. When you consider all those stages, all those levels, well, that's the unified level. The unified level of Source God includes everything. And we are coming from that. We are that. You know, we experience the personal logos, but you know, right now, in this moment, you're also the race logos, the super consciousness, and higher levels of consciousness, and more consciousness. And you're going to go through all of that. You are that. You're all of that. But this part of yourself is going through a process called Ascension to reclaim all of its family, avatar family of consciousness. This is where Machiwa is coming from Anuhazi, brother Anuhazi's super conscious mind. So the race, let me refer to my diagram again. The causal mind, they call it. The causal mind. The one after the causal mind, the planetary level, is the galactic level, the meta consciousness. Causal consciousness, or it's helps us to say planetary consciousness, you know, galactic consciousness, universal consciousness, cosmic consciousness, baby. What's up? and then you got, when you start to look at this level of reality and identity and spirit, you look at what religion is doing. They're freaking disempowering you. And this is coming from fallen angels, man. They want to disempower you, cut your identity off, cut you off from your inner Christ, inner God, and say you're just some lowly creature that needs to grovel and get some freaking grace from some entity, some ET God who's angry and is going to judge you and put you in torture for eternity. You start to see that as a joke, man. Lovingly. You realize that's such a small, very, very, very small point of view. When you outgrown that point of view, you were stuck in that point of view maybe, but then you just, whoa, holy cow, there's so much more to life and reality and existence. And then you got all these low vibe 3D people in video chats and little commentaries and saying how you're stupid or so low vibration and you're not as special or good as the Elohim or the Sarah, you know, some Anunnaki races. You're just a bug. No, you're not. Holy ones, Machua. What's up? Lauren, yeah. Brandy, and that is powerful. It's a powerful affirmation. She says she's been saying it. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free for days, morning till. And that's how affirmations work. It's creating a critical mass. And it's the same thing, even more powerful, is to what Indigo Wizard mentioned earlier. Speak the songs. And you heard Dara say it in the interview on Saturday. Start singing. Even if you're a crappy singer, who cares? Sing when you're alone. Sing the songs. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Like you said, several days in a row. Regularly. Samuel Lee, someone told me Samuel Lee was doing this and he started getting amazing supernatural results from it. You guys, the Guardians don't bring this information for nothing. This information, these sound codes are extremely powerful. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. See what that does to your frequency. See what it does to your feelings. And if you're doing that, Shaddai Ure is the 13th chakra. The Earth Star. The Earth's core, I mean. Let me show you it on the screen in PDF. Let me find it first. It's also on my... I will just give it to people right now, the link. Because there is no paywall to this. I'm just... And people don't understand. There's no paywall, but I put this also, ALSO. I also put it in the members area. Okay, so now moderators, you can also hold this as one of the files that you keep. Because it also has the powerful Ikasha symbol on it. I'm throwing this in chat right now. Here you go. And I'll show it to you right now on the screen. Okay, you could focus on this image or just memorize it in your mind. Memorize it in the mind. If you can't do that yet, just keep staring at it. And keep saying this over and over. And if you want to hear professional people singing it, I mean, you know, professional voices, I mean. Like, I'm not a good singer, but these people are good singers. Singing this. And if you go to our brothers, Christic Symbiosis, they're doing this. And sharing all of these, when the Guardians were doing it. When Speaker 1, Speaker 2, Speaker 3 were still united, they were doing these in sacred places of the planet Earth. See what happens to your energy, your emotion, and your body singing this guardian codes, which it tells you what it means. All-embracing pillar of first cause light, which is what? Holy Elohai. And first cause light, the 13th chakra, is in the middle of the earth. And I actually explain it in that link I give you. It explains what it is, exactly, so you know what you're actually doing. And this is when I used to still call her Yasha, but we know our sister actually was Ashiana Dean then. But anyways, that's a small detail. Anyways, you would say it's part of the Song of Lyra. And this is just one of many songs, but very, very, very important one. And it's not hard to learn sha, dai, ur, e, a, kum, tan. Shaddai Ure Akumtan. And you can hear these people sing it. Maybe I'll put it on my speakers. Let me see if it comes from my speakers. Why is it not playing? I don't know why, but it's not playing for me. I'm playing the file, but it's not coming on my... I don't know. There's probably a reason I can't hear it right now, but you guys can go to this file and listen to it. But anyways, let me go back. Sorry, guys. I was just wanting to explain that something important to come up, so I share it with the group. So there you go. Chiwa, Holy Ones, much respect and love to all of you. And I will also, you know, it's not happening now, but eventually I will be doing this in group effort with you guys. We'll have special lives where we're going to be doing grid work, or not grid work. I mean, we're going to be doing tones together. It's coming, I promise. Just you know, you can still practice on your own until we're doing it together. I just got to be able to support myself. I told you, I came from homelessness, you guys. And it's taken me years just to get to an average income, a meager income just to pay my bills. And this is why I've had to live in a small town that has low rent. I still can't move to an expensive town or city, a major city. Certainly can't move to Sedona yet. That's a lot more expensive to live there. So I'm just being open and transparent. This is why I still live off of your donations, and I'm truly grateful for that, you guys. Much respect to all of you on this journey. I'm going to start ending the live now. We're coming to the end here. Let me see. Thank you, Stephen Oswald, brother. Holy One, Machiwa. Woohoo! You guys, we got to get 50 more dollars in here before we end the live. $50 more to reach a minimum. Needed. A minimum needed, you guys. $50 more of donations. Please bring it on in, Holy Ones. Let's do this. Let me scroll through the chat. Thank you, Stephen Oswald, brother. Holy One. We got Brandy Matkins Glitches. Diamond Sun. Where do we get the songs? They're in different workshops. And some of them are in Cathara, which you can watch for free online. And so thank you, Selene, Star Sister. We did it. $40 more. $40 more, you guys. Come on, let's do this. We got this. Thank you, Star Sister 999. Bless you. Celine, much respect. And Celine just got back from Mount Shasta. Well, it was a couple weeks already, but that was an incredible experience. And I encourage you guys to go to some of these sacred sites, especially ones that you feel called to. Like I was called to Peru, and I went to Peru, and it changed my life. And I've been in Sedona. That's been very profound impact on me. And I plan on going more than once in my life. I've already been there a few times, maybe 3 times. But the last time I went was when I was starting to be spiritual, right? It wasn't just a pretty place to be. And so, yeah. Thank you, Celine. Bless you, sister. Yeah, 99. I saw that too, Stardust. Yeah, it's a great time to be alive, you guys. So many things can happen while the what do you call it? The grids are open. There's still Stargate 1 through 5 open. 6 is still open a little bit, and it will take decades for all of those to close, according to Voyagers. Okay, the planet goes through these naturally, and we're in it right now. The closing cycle. So within our lifetime, when we're older, they will all be closed. But this is why now is a great time to be alive. And you'll also see in Voyagers, holy shit. I didn't know this was leaking all the way down to my floor. It goes so slow, none of you probably noticed it, right? I'm going to blow out the candle. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Thank you for the service. Thank you for the energy, the co-creation. Thank you for the mood. Thank you for the beauty. That's what I'm thanking for. It's consciousness. Remember, everything is alive, is spirit, is consciousness, is a frequency of Source God. Machiwa. Some people just don't get that. This is why they're ready to take a life. Kill an animal, kill an insect. They're so quick and easy, thinking they're so, they're coming from the space of the ego. Thinking they're superior to other life forms. There's no such thing as being superior. Oh, Machiwa, Holy Ones. We're getting closer. $30 more, you guys. $30 more. I know we can do this. Woohoo! Party time. Thank you, Diamond Star. Bless you, sister. Much hugs. Woohoo! Yeah, some of our team is already leaving, but that's okay. I understand. They're probably hungry and ready to go eat. I'm going to go eat my vegan chili soon. Because I fast in a day, they call it. Don't eat 3 meals, just 1 meal. Sometimes, I'll feel like I need to eat a piece of fruit Or, there's a few nuts that are considered alkaline, not all nuts. Let me share with you that, you guys. I feel called to share that with you. So let me find it. Files. Maybe it's in spiritual science, healing, hands of light. No, that's not it. Where would I put that, right? Christos avatar. No, it's not there. See, I didn't organize this right? Let me go again. Files. Spiritual mind sciences. No, I think I might know where it's at. We're getting closer. Health. Dr. Sebi Nutrition Guide, I found it. Okay, thank you. Here it is. I'm going to answer my own question by looking at the wisdom of blessing to Dr. Sebi for bringing us the alkaline diet, which is the opposite of a inflammatory diet. Inflammation diet. Inflammation foods. This is the vegetables only from the alkaline diet. You don't see it here? It's not alkaline. There's only a few alkaline fruits. This is the fruits that are alkaline. There's stages, there's levels of alkaline. These are the teas and the grains that are only alkaline considered. Okay, nuts. I made it to the nut section. Hemp seeds, raw sesame seeds. I don't have any of these in my house, so I got to go get some walnuts and some Brazil nuts. These are walnuts, right? I'll have to check out Brazil nuts, and then I'll eat that instead with a banana or a mango or something. Let me see. I don't think banana's on here. Apple. Oh, it is. Small ones. The smallest one, or the burro, mid-size original banana. Berries. Elderberries, cantaloupe, yummy. That's a good thing to eat when you're hungry. Cherries. Do they have grapes? Yeah, grapes, but the seeded ones. Aw. Figs, mango. I just mentioned mango. Papayas, peaches. Let me check on chat, see if we're getting closer. You guys, anyone else? Henry and Indigo Wizard. Woohoo! We're almost there, you guys. $15 more. $15 more, and we got this tonight's covered. Blessings to you guys helping out. Much respect. OMG. Stardust Goddess. $10 more. We got this, you guys. Woohoo. Thank you, guys. Raisins. Prickly pears. Prunes. Plums. Oh, guys. I love pears. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And what's really yummy? I'll tell you one of my secrets. When girls wear perfume that have the pear scent, OMG, I'm yours. OMG, that smells so darn good. When I gave my girlfriend this was 10 years ago, something that had that. But anyway, that's a going off topic. Seasonings: basil, bay leaf, cloves, dill, oregano, savory, I don't know, sweet basil. Yeah, this is what I put in my chili. And this is how you can get anything sweet by adding date sugar or pure agave syrup. That's the only sweet thing that you can add to anything that you're putting in smoothies. Well, this is one way to get something sweet besides fruits that are sweet. And some important things. But let me see if I have the alkaline thing. Oh, this is not the alkaline chart that I was thinking of. I will have to find that because I can't find it right now, trying to mess with you guys online. Yeah. Anyways, let me take that off. Woohoo! I know we can do it, you guys. With $10 more, You guys can go if you want, but those who are just hanging with the party, pits and plums. See, some of you guys are living a healthy diet. I'm slowly getting myself to be pure diet, you guys, which has been such a struggle. It's been definitely a struggle for me. I know some of you, it's not easy either. I because of my lifestyle, I work all the time. I'm sitting in this chair all the time. I don't have any other furniture. But this computer screen is my TV. It's my entertainment. It's my work. It's my stage, my production studio. So I'm this is how I do this. Lauren's going to stay here with me. We can do $10 more. I know we got $10 more coming. We can do it. Machiwa! Woo! Whoa, there's a testimony right there. Giannis, I did Dr. Sebi for 3 months, which is a alkaline diet. My skin was glowing. Woohoo! Yeah! And that's what it is, you guys. It's not easy, especially when you're so used to eating crap food. Like, Singa. Yeah, we know about Ashiana Dean. That's what the work is based on. Her Diamond Star! Woohoo! We did it. Thank you, sister. Blessings to all of you who helped tonight reach my quota. And I wanted to say thank you to those who donated when I was interviewing Dara, because I didn't see the screen. And like when I interview Tom, I won't see the screen and I won't be asking for donations, right? But thank you to those who did. And thank you guys for helping me reach my goal. Much respect. I'm $3 off, but that's okay. That's close enough. And much respect to all of you regulars. Thank you. Much respect to my moderators. Thank you for your service. And am I still on the? No, I'm good to go. You guys, I promise it won't always be based on donations. It's just that I'm still struggling, and because I'm putting all my time in this. Honestly, I could put more time into selling my artwork. I could put more time and list all of those thousands of crystals I have in the other room. I will show you guys. I have thousands of crystals just sitting in boxes and sitting on the floor because I have no furniture. I'll show you. Remember, when I take my camera, the microphone won't work unless I can get this microphone to work. Let me see if I can get this microphone, because I think that might be the secret. I know I ruined the background effect. I know. Let me see. Settings, audio, no audio source, iPhone microphone. Okay, so I'm on the iPhone microphone. So maybe you hear me. If you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'll come back to the other microphone. See, this is one thing I could do, but I want to spend all my time making videos. So all these different crystals. I found some feathers. When you're a shaman, you find things on like a crow, an eagle, an owl, even. But yeah. Now they're getting dusty. Crystal skulls. Look at this. Amethyst, oralite. I forgot some of these crystal stones. all kinds of citrine stones, all kinds of crystal balls, hearts. I got this when I was in Peru, so I don't even know what it is. That's when I was a shaman. I was into stuff like this. I'm not into it anymore, but this was from Peru, man. They're into what was sacred? The hummingbird, the condor. This may be the condor, and jaguar, and something else, I believe. But yeah, all kinds of crystal bowls, all kinds of orolite. All right. Thank you guys. Much respect. Come back to the studio. Bring back the microphone or change the microphone back to no audio. Okay. So we can properly leave, properly say goodbye. Whoa, someone else helped one more time. Wait, it disconnected? Let me refresh the screen. Oh, sorry guys, can you still hear me? I wonder why it did that. Anyways, let me switch to a different source, like Photoshop. You should still be able to see me though. But, I mean, still be able to hear me though. Anyways, I love you guys. Oh, you can hear me? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to understand why it disconnected, but... Ireland Clark? Hey, Star Sister, what's up? An extra shout out to Ireland Clark. Woohoo! You guys check out Ireland's channel. I love you, Star Sister. I gotta have you on my show. I gotta interview you. We should have done that a year ago. Let's do it. I'll contact you this week. I love you, Ireland. Good to see you, Star Sister. Maybe it is the solar flares, right? But I did walk away from the production, but the camera should... I don't get it. I really don't get it. But anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. Let me try my camera one more time. No, it's still frozen. Anyways, blessings to all of you guys. Thank you for being with me. Hopefully you learned something, anything about Starseed tonight. I got it in pretty much in detail from the Guardian teachings. It's not my personal point of view, but I do agree with it, and I have confirmed a lot of the Emerald Order teachings through my own experiences. So much respect to all of you. I hope to see you guys on Saturday. Love you all. God sovereign free, baby. What's up? Much love and respect to all of your spiritual journey. Good night, you guys. Take care. Peace. Peace out. I love you too, Robin. See you, Lauren. Woohoo! Good night, you guys.